What's good, Mindset family? Welcome. If it's your first time viewing us, welcome back. If you're returning, I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine,
And we are,
the Melanin Mindset.
I'll let you have it this week, friend. Y'all, we done tapped out on trying to get that right. We're going to be together one time and we just going to edit
Yeah.
out the intro. It's
When we
just going to be
finally
what
get
it
it
is.
right, we're gonna record and keep it.
Period. That's it. So, if it's your first time viewing, like I said before, Mindset family member, welcome to the family, okay? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notification bells so that you can be among the first to know when the Melanin Mindset goes live. If you are viewing us on Facebook, go ahead and follow our page, The Melanin Mindset. Look for us on Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ as well as Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ Now, y'all know we on Beyonce's internet, okay? www.themelanimindset.org. So go ahead and share that information out with your friends, your family, and hit the share button now to give this to someone you care about. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, friend. Go ahead.
Hey y'all, so today we are honoring our fathers in honor of Father's Day yesterday. We did a little Juneteenth celebrating plus a little Father's Day celebrating. And so we are here today to share daddy memories, and we have some special little clips for you guys of some dads and some kids. So let you know how we like to do around here. We start off with a definition. So we're going to define dad and father, which is kind of interesting. So the definition, it says a dad gives guidance to his children or family on top of supplying them with basic needs. Whereas a father is someone who contributes to the physical creation of a child from who the sperm has been obtained to fertilize the mother's ovulum. So father is our technical term. It means you aided in creating a human being.
You made a person.
Our dads is who we celebrated yesterday, who gave us guidance along with providing for us in love and caring and all of that. So that's where we're starting from. So
that sounds about right. Go ahead, say what you were saying.
No, I was looking at something and I didn't understand what was happening. So we're just going to share some fun facts and add some clips in here as we go along speaking. So we wanted to start by sharing off a daddy fun fact. So you want to go first, Ron?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to share my facts. We talked about this before. I grew up in a single parent household, but my dad was not completely absent. I do know my dad. And I'm going to talk about my dad, but another male who played an integral daddy role in my life is my father-in-law. Because I've been with my husband since I was 15, y'all. So I was still a child when I met my father-in-law. And he has played a big part in my life. So as we share, I will be going back and forth and sharing things about both. You were going to say something, Frank?
Yes. Do you want me to show them who your daddy is?
You can show them my daddy. Go ahead, show my daddy. He's my dad and my brothers and sisters. This is a little while ago. It's a pretty older picture, but we all still look exactly the same. So we didn't change much. And that's my father-in-law, my number one dad. Hey, Big Michelle.
All right, and I'll show him my daddy. So my dad is the one in the light purple shirt in the middle, like smack dab in the middle. If you look at facial structure, you can spot my daddy. All right, so that is my dad. This was sad. I told my friend, I said I was having the hardest time getting a picture of my dad because if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Go ahead, friend.
So what was the first thing? Fun fact about our dad. So this was the fun fact I wanted to share, is that back in the day, I think it was safe to say that you could call both my dad and my father-in-law a bit of a hell raiser, heaven opposite raiser.
I
can't. And I will say that like right now they have been so changed by Christ. Like to see the change from my dad when I was younger to them now, I mean, it's Jesus saves. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. Well, my daddy used to be off the chain, but my dad, for the most part, has kind of been on the straight and narrow path in that aspect. But fun fact about my dad, he makes better than I do.
Yeah, dad gets down baking.
My daddy can bake his behind off. My dad is
Mhm.
see, and I'm telling you, from barbecue sauce to what are they, the stuffed buns and jelly listen, you want some pickles? My daddy can make them for you. My dad is
Yeah.
mean
And
in the
they're
kitchen.
gonna be the best pickles you ever had in your life.
Period. Like I mean, the best pick. My dad just gave me some.
Vlasicu.
Listen,
Vlasicu.
he
Grandpa
just
C,
gave
baby.
me he just gave me a jar of pickled watermelon rinds. Yeah,
Pickled
watermelon
watermelon rind.
rinds. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna taste one today, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the pickly part of his liquid was on my avocado I had for breakfast. Y'all don't judge me. I'm eating light these
Okay.
days. All right. So I put a little, you put a little salt and pepper on your avocado. And so I took a
Mm-hmm.
little, I took a little tablespoon, couple tablespoons
Oh,
of
the
that
pickled juice.
and tossed it around. And I was like, oh, okay. Cause it's like that bread and butter vibes is what I got. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging. I'm digging. So that's the fun fact about my dad. He is meaner in the kitchen than me and half y'all's mamas. That's it. So what's the next
Wow.
one on the on the list? Uh, what's the next one? Best daddy memory as a child. We're gonna share with y'all about when we were kids and as adults. So let me see. Okay, well mine's up first. I'll go. So
Mm-hmm.
watching my dad work on cars, y'all. As a kid, my dad used to work on cars, and my dad would build computers.
Mm.
I attribute all of my tech savviness, all of the graphic stuff that y'all love to see the Melanin Mindset do, the bits and pieces that I create, because that website was all her. Um, the bits and pieces that I create, I attribute that like solely to my dad, because my dad
Mm-hmm.
used to build computers and do technological stuff, and then also he ain't have no trouble getting outside, getting dirty, and working on a car. Um, and as a young adult, we had a tire blow out. We was on the highway, and I ended up repairing said tire before Daddy got there, and it got
Yeah.
us all the way to the rest stop. And my dad went to check it, and he was like, "It was good." So I
That's
have to give that to my dad. That is
mm-hmm.
my as a child.
Okay. I have a memory of my dad um coming to visit and us laying on the floor and watching wrestling. I don't know why this memory just made me so happy and has stuck with me my whole life. Like, I don't know, it was the simplest thing, but it was like my dad's here and we were at my grandfather's house and we was just sitting there watching wrestling. And you know how little kids get when it's like somebody they really like around. I just kept going, my dad's here. It was
I
just
love it.
like when I think about it, I think how obnoxious my nephew is about his dad. Like that was my moment, my obnoxious moment, because I was so happy my dad was there watching wrestling with me.
Man, listen, he know he love his dad. That boy know he love his dad. Let's see. As an adult, my best or favorite memory of my dad as an adult was definitely my wedding day. So, on my wedding day, listen, traditionally speaking, that's typically how it goes. With my dad, we stood outside the doors. He looked me in the face and said, "You ready?"
Mm-hmm.
And then they swung them doors open, and that was all she wrote. Okay, it was time.
Yeah.
It was time. My dad, he just kind of looked at me like, "All right, let's go,"
Like
and
we
it,
gonna we gonna make too much of this, but it's still such a memorable moment.
because my dad is a man of few words, y'all. My dad is a man of few
Mm-hmm.
words. So it's like just the way he looked, and then when he's like, "You ready?" And it's just like, all right, that was enough. That was enough. But my dad walking me in at my wedding, and my dad, just kind of connecting with my dad before I went in, that is definitely my favorite adult memory of my
Mm-hmm.
father.
Yeah.
Hands down, hands down.
I have to say my favorite adult memory of my father is of him as a grandfather at my oldest daughter's graduation. Like just watching him be so proud of his granddaughter graduating and him telling everybody, just that him being that proud granddaddy. Like my daughter's graduation, that was probably like one of my fondest adult memories of my dad.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, listen, y'all out there watching, and we see these numbers fluctuating and carrying on and whatnot. So while y'all are out there, you can go on and drop in the chat and tell us, because we will grab your comment, put it up on the
Yes.
screen,
So
and
share your daddy memories too while we're talking.
yeah, share your daddy memories. And if you hear us ask give a topic, then you go ahead and share your memories of your dad as well. Cause today we're definitely celebrating Black fathers. I don't feel like they get enough shine. So this
Mm-hmm.
is definitely our opportunity to give them their flowers today. All right. Worst daddy memory as a kid was lectures. Now I know I said, oh, that part. I forgot. Y'all, we got clips. We got videos. This is not all about us. We have stuff. We had people put their hard work in to help us with tonight's episode. So let's go on and give them a little shine. So I'm gonna share a video from Tangela. She's sharing her favorite daddy memories as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that one first.
The thing I enjoyed most with my dad was him and I playing board games together. He loved any kind of game. Phase 10, which is a card game, was one of his favorites, as well as Monopoly. He would beat me more times than I would like to admit, but he was phenomenal at that. Also, one thing my dad taught me that I will never forget is him telling me how beautiful I was or how special I was. Resonated or should resonate with me far more than any other man telling me how beautiful or smart I am. His voice meant more to us, me and my other three sisters, than anything in the world.
I had to
That
play
was
that one first.
beautiful.
That was beautiful. I had I had to play that one first, y'all, and the reason I had to was for my own personal emotional benefit, just to get it over with. Because my father's father was my grandfather growing up, right? My grandfather passed away when I was in my mid-teens. And I mean, there was so many other women that might have came through after grandma passed away that would be like, oh, grandma, I could
That
talk,
had
yeah.
that kind of that role.
But I had no male that came into my life that I would even refer to remotely as grandpa. And I want to say it's German, and y'all can go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. But he had his oldest son married a German woman, and the kids were the first grandkids, so they called him Oompa. So
Mm-hmm.
when I came around, he was Oompa because that's grandpa, and he
Okay.
was my Oompa from the time I met him until the time he went home. And ugh, we're not going there. He's an awesome guy, and he is no longer with us. But I mean, amazing. And about that phase 10 situation, I was just
Yes.
telling my friend, I said, listen, and I know Tangi gonna watch this and she gonna get me. But I'm just saying, Umpa was good at phase 10, you know what I'm saying? But I was real good too, and I learned from him. So I guess it's only right that I had beat him, right, friend? That's how it would work. He taught me how to
Mm-hmm.
play. So since he taught me how to play, yeah, there we go. So you're
Mm-hmm.
sharing the memories. Let's see. One of my favorite memories of my daddy is when we were younger and he would take us swimming and do belly busters for us. That's
Mm-hmm.
cute. Favorite memory of Pops when I beat him in basketball as a kid. The bragging rights for that will never listen. That's the same thing I said about
Yes.
Oompa. Bruh, I'm sorry, my favorite thing to brag about to this day was that I am the ultimate winner. You know?
You
I'm
be here.
undefeated. Well, not really. He beat me quite a few times, but yeah. Let's see. No one else came along. Like, yeah, my granddad was indeed one of a kind, but Umpa he was awesome. He was a minister too. He was great. All right, friends. Should I play another clip or are we gonna hop to the next one?
We
Do we
could.
have
Well, we can go
another?
ahead and share. You want to share the worst daddy memories?
Oh yeah, worst daddy memory for me is kind of short though. I said my dad was a man of few words, but what I'm about to say is gonna contradict that. But my dad, he could lecture forever. I have never wanted a whooping. You get what I'm saying? Until I got
Mhm.
stuck having to be lectured for my poor
Yes.
decisions.
Yes.
And that's just my entire childhood is consumed with tired legs and standing listening to daddy lecture about why my decision was poor and me having to use my critical thinking skills to
Yes.
figure out what I could have either done different or how am I going to keep myself from doing it again. So that's that. That's my worst daddy memory as a kid.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with my father-in-law for this one. And I could share it as a kid because since I've been basically his bonus kid since I was 15. And guess what? It's going to be the same thing. The lectures. It was like, okay, I get it, but you're not going to stop. But okay, I get it, but you're going to keep talking.
And don't act like you're
At this
tired.
point, you're getting lectured. So you better not act slick or make a face or nothing. You just got to have on that, yes, dad. Yes, dad. And then it was the you understand? Just to make sure I'm listening. Yes, I understand that.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, I understand. Yes, sir. And don't act like you're tired of standing there.
Oh no.
Oh, because this can go longer. And
I'll be praying for a phone to ring. Lord, why won't nobody call right now?
I'm gonna
Any
tell
other
you,
time, everybody calling. Nobody ever called while we was getting lectured.
girl, fooling with my dad, they would have went to voicemail. They'd have got sent a voicemail. Before we share as an adult, we got right here. My favorite memories of my dad was when we would travel with him while he was in the service.
Oh yeah, cool. I'm pretty sure that was fun.
My worst daddy memory as an adult is still them lectures, y'all.
I'm done.
It's still them lectures. I'm serious.
Yeah,
Daddy,
them lectures win. I don't know. As an adult, I've learned to appreciate them more, and the lectures have more turned into conversations. Because at this point, I'm gonna get lectured anyway, so I'm gonna join it. So now the lectures are more like us having a critical conversation.
oh man, her worst memory. She said my worst memory, that one whooping, till this day has me in my
In my feelings.
Oh, Linda said her hurtful memory is when I got all A.
Oh, I know this story. She got all A's, and I think she had a B. And instead of her daddy being proud of her, why you got a B? She got in trouble for that one grade that wasn't an A. That is her hurtful memory. She'll probably finish writing it, but I know that one. She still talk about that to this day.
Well, listen, other one, grandma. Listen, other one, grandma. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm proud of you for your all A's in that one B. Honey.
Yes, we gonna give you an honor roll gift for your honor roll.
And a full round of applause. Yes, yes. Where are my keychains? Friend, I should have brought the keychains over to show the people. Y'all, we got keychains. All right.
I'm not laughing at her page, I promise.
We were celebrating her win, though. We are proud of her.
Celebrating her A's.
Period. All right, friend.
They didn't get properly celebrated. Go ahead, let's do another clip.
Oh, another clip. 1 second. You didn't do yours. Let me see. All right, this one is short, so should we do two? We just gonna go with the one. Here we go.
Just to teach my kids to be responsible, accountable, and responsible adults. That's all. Thank you.
So the question that we asked the daddies, just so you know, the daddies answered the question. That's part about being a father.
Yeah, there you go.
I froze. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. All right. So, yes, that was a little clip. Thank you so much, Jermaine, for that, for sharing with us what's important to you about being a father. And we'll be hearing from a few more fathers coming up here shortly. So what's the next memory we want to walk down memory lane on?
Funniest dad memory, right?
Yes, you can go first. I'm trying to think.
Okay. I didn't have one as a child, or maybe I'll think of one as I'm talking, but I have an adult one. And this is my father-in-law. My father-in-law is a very serious man. Like, if you've ever met him, very serious. I probably can count how many times I've seen him smile, and it was usually something pertaining to his grandchildren, not us. So, but one Christmas, somebody had told me that my father-in-law liked the movie Little Man. Now, I don't know if you ever saw this movie, but it was basically one of the Marlon Wayans movies. It's a terrible movie if you really think about it. But he was pretending to be a baby, and they adopted this baby, but the baby was really robbing them. But So we bought him the movie on DVD for Christmas. The laughter that came from this man, I had never heard in my whole life. And we all just were laughing, and he couldn't stop laughing. And he was like, "It's a baby. It's a criminal. It's not a baby. It's a criminal." And he just kept laughing. And oh my goodness, it warmed my heart so much just to watch him laugh so hard about that movie. That is like one of my favorite memories of Big Michelle.
Now, friend, just like I know I keep, my memories from my dad, I keep saying, he doesn't say much. So with that, it's like when he says stuff, it's like you don't want to miss it. So my
Yeah.
dad, and I see my husband is out there, so I'm not gonna put my dad all the way out because it was kind of like low key not appropriate. So I don't want to repeat it. So my dad, he says the most awkward things at the quietest time.
Mm.
He is golden for that. Okay. If you are in a place, all right, we were in a particular establishment having dinner, lunch, dinner, late, early dinner, late lunch,
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
So it was me, his sister, um, it was my husband, my uncle, my mom. Oh no, I know Daddy listening because tonight is Father's Day. So with that, I know
Yeah.
Daddy is listening because I'm gonna be talking about him tonight. And y'all, our fathers weren't here because our mothers are more of that type of individual. So we here to talk about our dads. Our dads wasn't coming on the Melanin Mindset tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
They weren't coming on the Melanin Mindset because you never know. So anywho, my dad is good for saying like the craziest thing at the most awkward time, and we were out somewhere eating, and my dad makes a comment at the table, and my husband could barely catch his breath. He was laughing so hard. When Daddy made his comment, everybody at the table just went. And my husband, I guess he must have never heard Daddy say nothing like. And it's crazy because we had at least 5 years under our belt at the time. And
Yeah.
so when Daddy said it, and he looked, and he was crying, laughing so
He
hard.
couldn't stop laughing.
He could not stop laughing, and he just couldn't believe that it came out of my dad's mouth. And I'm just like, Daddy is quiet, but he says some stuff. Okay, he's quiet, but he says some stuff. So I can't really I would say that will work for my adult as well as child memories. Is my dad having the most awkward comments at the weirdest times? Oh, we got a funny moment
Well,
here in the chat.
yeah.
Go ahead. You can handle that.
I'm gonna elaborate on this. So funniest dad moment. He came down the stairs in purple briefs and a stocking cap, and my stepmom had company. So as a child, my dad was notorious for stuff like this. He did not care who was in the house. He would come out and either say or have on or do the most inappropriate things at the most inappropriate time. But as kids, we just thought it was hilarious. Now, the adults in our life probably thought it was horrible or cringy, but as kids, oh, that was hilarious to us.
Is that your funny memory of your dad as a kid and as an adult at the same time?
Yeah. As a kid, as an adult, I didn't find it as funny no more. But as a kid, yeah, stuff like that was hilarious.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share another dad video, and who better to share right now than the one, the only, Mr. Jimmy Blaine.
Hey.
Here we go.
Hi everyone. What it means for me to be a dad, it means everything to me. I was a young father, been with my wife for a very long time, and it's like everything I've done is to become a better father. My dad has given everything in his life to raise us right, raise us 5 kids right, and I have 5 kids, and I'm just trying to follow in his footsteps. I try to put enough information in my children to help them along their way. And the best way I know how to do that is just showing them how to do it and not talking. And I believe that God has helped me raise up strong, young, beautiful black children in this world, and I'm proud of them. And it means everything for me to be a father. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Sorry. All right, so listen, y'all. Backstory: I didn't edit Jimmy's video. I just kind of added his name and let it be what it was gonna be, only
Mhm.
only because of the end when he said in Jesus' name, Amen. Listen, here's the thing: I'm not cutting Jesus short. So with that, he get to say all the stuff he was about to say because I'm not cutting the Lord short. Okay, so there you
Mhm.
go. Okay, but Kia, you want to say anything about that? Give it up for Jimmy, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? He sealed the deal with in Jesus' name, amen. There's nothing
Period.
else to be said after that.
The end. Listen, and whatever it shall be, will be.
He is
All
a
right,
great
so
dad.
we got a comment about a funny moment here. Her 13th birthday, my daddy only came downstairs for the food and snuck a whole box of pizza upstairs.
I'm done. Y'all up there like, why little Timmy don't have a slice? Didn't we order enough pizza? Daddy upstairs with the whole box.
Because Pastor Colbert then took a box of pizza up to his room. Oh man, look at this. That is beautiful. That's for Jimmy.
Aw.
Yes.
That's
So my husband put hallelujah. All right. So what's the next one on here? Or should I'm gonna run another clip, friend, because I don't want us to not be able to show everybody.
yeah, go ahead. Run
So we're
another.
gonna show another dad clip. Here we go.
It means so much. So much that most of it is almost inexplainable because for me, it's just still unreal knowing that I have a child. But I will say that it is a great investment. I enjoy being a leader. It's one of the greatest things that you can do, and it's something that comes natural. You know, just the genuine feeling of love and knowing that you can do no wrong in somebody's eyes. It's a very humbling feeling. And, you know, sometimes you may fall off track and you remind yourself, like, um, I'm an example for somebody. And, you know, you bounce back. And, you know, it's, I don't know how to really further explain, but it's really fun. It's fun. Even when you know, your child can be annoying. And sometimes you got to chastise them, you got to correct them. It all comes with the territory.
Y'all give it up, give it up, give it up. Yes. Now, if you have been viewing for any length of time, if you have engaged with the Melanin Mindset on any episode, you have seen Stan Temp make some comments. And that was the one and only Stan Temp. All right. So give it up, give it up, give it up for Stan Temple. I said Temple. Okay.
Mhm.
That was the one and only Stan Temple. Yes, I mean, my mama on these comments tonight, y'all. She
Yes,
said
she
being an
is.
example for your child is so important. Yes, it
Mhm.
is. Absolutely, absolutely. Nice to meet you, Stan. Let's give one more funny dad memory down here that just came up. You could take that one, and then we're gonna go on to the next one.
Oh, why did we laugh at that for years?
I'm gonna need you to share that with the other MFers, please, and thanks.
So this is my daughter. She says my funniest dad memories are dad telling us stories and acting them out. And the police officer in the car. Oh my goodness, because he's just so animated. So when he tells these stories, it's not just him telling the story. He's gonna act it out, and and I'm pretty sure it's more exaggerated than what he actually saw. And it's just hilarious. And then it just comes up at random times throughout life, and he'll just do it again, and we all just crack up like it's the first time we heard it.
I can attest to that. Jimmy is quite the animated individual.
Oh my goodness, sound effects. You getting sound effects tricks, everything.
Hmm
Maybe he misses calling. He's supposed to be an actor.
I quit. I
It's
quit.
never too late.
Never too late. Never too late.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing on the list, friend, is our scariest dad memory.
Yeah. You go first.
Oh, we should have did scariest dad memory up there where I did Oompa's video. That's what we
Yeah.
should have did. We should have put scary dad memory near Oompa's video, so we could have got it over with and out of the way.
Well, here we go.
Mm. All right, scariest dad memory for me was what? It's 2 years now. I think it's been
Mm-hmm.
when my dad had COVID.
Yeah.
So anybody who knows me, knows my dad is my guy. Okay. So if you know anything about me, you know my dad is my guy. Okay. So when COVID was going on, it's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people couldn't go see folks in the hospital. So my mom had got sick. She ended up going in the hospital. She had COVID. She wasn't doing well either. And I'm over there trying to check on my dad, you know, keep my mind busy. Checking on my dad, make sure my dad's straight. Everything's good. Marquita, don't lose your mind. You're okay. It's all right. Relax. Well, daddy kept coughing. And my dad, again, I keep on saying, right? If you know my dad, like I said, he's not a man of many words, but my dad's voice is really, really deep. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
natural. His voice is just deep. But when I heard my dad coughing, his cough was so high pitched, it was squealing almost when he was coughing.
Mm.
And it was scary to hear him cough like that. And then again, my dad, I'm okay, it's fine, I'm okay, I'm okay. And he was not okay. There was nothing okay about him, and it was evident. And during that time, I'm just like stressing myself out, but at the same time, trying to keep my face straight so that he doesn't realize I'm freaking out. And so I'm like,
Mm.
Daddy, you really need to go to the hospital. Daddy, you really need to go to the hospital. And I took him up there. They discharged him with some antibiotics. And thankfully, he ended up getting back to the hospital. And he did have COVID. And it was a point where the doctor said they were going to put him on a ventilator.
Yeah.
And y'all, I'm going to tell you, Google is not your friend when things are not going well. And so I went on Google, and Google talked about how people who go on ventilators don't survive. And it was literally not no little blurb or nothing. Like, I mean, they explained it like out. If they go on a ventilator, that's it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was it for me. That was my breaking point. I could no longer handle it. At that point, I fell apart. I fell apart so bad I didn't want my husband to see me because I had to walk outside. I walked out
Yeah.
of the back door of my house and I called my friend.
Yeah. And
I
I
walked
and
out the
then
back door.
she made me a wreck.
Y'all, I walked out the back door and I
Mm.
called my friend and I could hardly get it out of my mouth. They said they're going to put my daddy. And yes, just like that, they're going to put my daddy on a ventilator. I can't do this. And I told her,
Mm.
I can't. I said, I can't do this.
Mhm.
I said, this, I can't do. I can't. And she was just like, Marquita, and doing that Kia thing she does. I'm gonna tell you, Kia does this thing to try and calm people down. And I said my name like, how many times was that? Because that was a real moment for me, y'all. So I had to
Yes. Yes.
but she it's like she does this thing where she tries to calm you down. However, when she's freaking out and you try to do that thing to calm her down, she don't hear nothing. But I'm falling apart and she's trying to calm me down. She's trying to relax me. She's trying to, get me together. And I just I it was bad. We're not reliving it because my daddy is up,
Yeah.
alive and well, but
Yes.
that was definitely by far beyond any imaginable thought the concept or idea that I could have potentially lost my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I wasn't built
Yeah.
for it. I
You
wasn't
want
built for it. Mm-mm. And look, that's Pastor Colbert, for y'all to know. Pastor Colbert is my dad's baby brother. And
Mm-hmm.
so I see a comment out here, so I'm gonna pull it up. It says, "When Auntie called Daddy, he literally cried like a baby."
Yeah, because that
And
was his big brother.
yeah, and it's like my dad. I don't know. My dad's like Superman, bro. He's a flipping Avenger. I don't care what anybody says. My
Mm-hmm.
dad's a stinking Avenger. Like
Yeah.
he can fix your car, do your taxes, and write you a paper all at the same time. All right, like my dad is a stinking Power Ranger, bro. So I'm like,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. No, no, friend. We're gonna do the scariest dad moment in the chat after you share your scariest dad moment. So go ahead.
Okay, so I have two because I said, like I told you, I'm going back and forth to my father and my father-in-law. My scariest moment with my father. If you've ever met my dad, or I get this from my dad, that matter of fact, just kind of giving you what it is and then leaving you hanging. I was at work early Saturday morning, busy in the salon, and I usually don't answer my phone when I work for this very reason. Because when you're working in a service industry and somebody calls you and gives you a message that just shakes you to the core, it's hard for you to get it back together. So I'm doing my client, and my dad calls, and he just goes, "Yeah, just wanted to let you know I have cancer, and yeah, God is good, so we good." And hung up. That was it. So I'm like, and all I could say was, okay, because I have a client. I got a client in the chair getting styled and a client sitting waiting. And I'm like, okay. And all right, I'll talk to you later. And just hung up. And as I'm standing there, like all the thoughts that ran through my mind, I had to walk out and go to the bathroom. And I realized I was gone for a while because my client called me like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "I'm okay, I'm in the bathroom." And I had to, get my tears together, get my act together, and go back to work. But that was a really scary moment for me because it was like I couldn't react the way I wanted to because I was working. But fast forward, my dad has gone through treatment and he is healed. I don't like to say remission because remission sounds like it come back. He is healed.
By the
Okay.
grace, amen.
And then my scariest moment with my father-in-law, I had to take him to a doctor's appointment where he was getting some scans done, which was supposed to be like a regular. I take you to the doctor and then I wait and I come and I take you home. Well, they called me into his appointment, and this was during COVID. So, during COVID, only the person whose appointment it was supposed to go in. The lady came out to the car. Right. The lady came out to the car and was like, "I need you to take him straight to the emergency room right now." Now, mind you, this is during the peak of COVID. Nobody wants to go to anybody's hospital. And so my father-in-law, my mother-in-law start freaking out. They're crying. And all I could think was, he didn't want to go. And I'm like, "Oh, you going? Because I'm the in-law. I'm the daughter-in-law. If I take you home and you die, it's going to be my fault forever that you died on my watch. Oh, no. I'm taking your butt to the emergency room. We going straight there. We are not passing go and collecting $200."
Friend, that must be an in-law thing. It's got to be, because anything with my mother-in-law, I'd be like, no. She had to get some blood work done she's supposed to take during COVID, and she had to swipe her finger after she poked it on a little card. Yeah. And she talked about something she didn't know how to do it and blah, blah, blah. She needed to she said she was going to just go ahead and do it, but she didn't know what they needed from her. I said, "No, you're going to give me your hand.
Let's
and
go.
I'm going to get this done properly." So
that ain't nobody going to say, "Oh, she knew." No.
Like, nope.
Exactly what
nope.
that doctor said.
Let them results come back faulty. That was her mistake. No, I didn't even touch the car. She wouldn't let me touch it. So I had to make her do it. But go ahead. I'm sorry, friend. Go ahead.
Yes, but yeah, that was a really scary moment for me. And I'm like, I want him to get the care he needs. That they told me to take him to the ER. So guess where we went? To the ER.
To the ER.
Fast forward, he is well right now. Yes, he is. So we're going to praise Jesus for that too. Yes, yep. Come on, big Jesus.
Come on, big Jesus, okay? Mm-hmm. With the big J. So Sharita shared out there in the chat her scariest dad moment. Her dad was up preaching and just suddenly stopped and fell to his knees. After a few minutes, he got up. After service, he went to the ER, and they told him that he had a slight brain aneurysm. Thank God he is okay. Because, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, listen, speaking of certified daddy's girls, I do have a video. And it is from the one and only certified daddy's girl. And I'm going to be playing her thoughts on what she thinks of her dad. Because, yes, we do have some women who are going to be chiming in on sharing their daddy memories. So here we go.
Mm-hmm. My dad is one of the best men on the planet. Mr. Jimmy Blaine is truly unmatched, and I am so glad and blessed to have a father that I can call my best friend. I know that no matter what is going on in my life, in any given moment, I can call my dad for advice. If I need him to be there in a couple hours, I can call on him, and truly he will be there. My dad is one of those men who can just honestly do anything. Whether I need help with a car, I need financial advice, I just need a good laugh, a good song to listen to. My dad is truly amazing.
Were you crying?
No, I wasn't, but I'm sure it looked like it. But my eyes keep running. I don't know. I turned 40 and all of a sudden got allergies.
Listen, y'all.
Sound like I'm lying, but I'm really telling the truth.
When we show something here, I can see her off to the side, and all I see is her like that. And I'm like, "Are you crying?"
Because I'm trying to make my makeup not mess up.
girl, you better not be crying. Like, I'm like,
I'm done.
suck it
Look,
together, suck it together.
Jimmy go cry. Jimmy go cry. No, let me tell you something about that was my daughter. If I ever been jealous of another woman, it's her. Cause I'll be like, who you talking to? He'd be like, LaJaya. She need to go. No, but their relationship is, she is that girl. If it ain't, she'd be like, certain things is like, let me call my mama, but honey, my daddy can do it. My daddy can do it. She was with her friend and her friend's car was acting up. Who they call? Let's call my daddy. He gonna tell us what to do.
And listen, some of the videos, I'm gonna play this one here now. There are some dads out there who have nothing but a house full of daddy girls, and that just happens to be the next video that we have to play tonight.
A girl dad, it is spending time with my girls, letting them know that they can come to me about whatever they, might be facing or whatever. Being a father to the girls, just making sure they feel loved and appreciated, especially with being four girls. It's kind of tough, but basically I just need them to know, that I love them and I appreciate them, even being in my life. I do this because I love them.
Love it, love it, love it. Hashtag girl dad.
Girl dad.
Yes, a girl dad is a great dad. Girl, I'm telling you, even if you don't have all girls, I'm just saying, yeah. Dads of girls are just dope dads to begin with. So what do we have next so we can keep talking about our daddies? Let's see. Biggest life lesson? I'm gonna let you go first.
I gave this one to my father-in-law as well. And my husband and I started off pretty young as parents, and so we had to be thrusted into adulthood pretty quickly. And we would have these moments in our life where we was on top, money flowing, we doing good, and then being young and dumb, moving to what you thought was the bigger, better thing, and then it wasn't the bigger, better thing. And when we end up struggling, and then we get back up, and then we might have did it again. And I remember my father-in-law sitting down talking to us one day, and he told us, he said, you have moments in your life where you have ups and downs, right? But the biggest thing you have to remember during those downs is to learn from your mistakes so that you don't end up back there again. And so basically that lesson in a nutshell was like to learn from your mistakes. Like things are going to go wrong, but the takeaway is that you got to learn from it so that you don't end up doing the same thing again. And I mean, that resonated. I've kept that with me forever, like learning from your mistakes.
So I'm going to take advantage real quick before I tell them my biggest lesson from my dad. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are on YouTube, The Melanin Mindset. We are on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset. Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ as well as Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ And I ain't say this earlier, y'all, but we on TikTok, The Melanin Mindset. So go on and go over there and have a little fun with your girls, okay? But again, share this. Go ahead and hit that share button one last time before we start to wrap up, and share this with someone you care about. All right. So the important lesson I learned from my dad is you can't control people. And I know it sounds like super obvious, right? Oh, I can't control what you do over there. No, some people actually think they can control the outcome of a situation or a person based off of something they do. No, there's nothing you can do about somebody else's decisions. Yep. So I have carried that into my adult life as well, because even dealing with hiccups and stuff like that, people be crazy at work and it's like headache after headache after headache, but I cannot control you. I can only control me. So you carry on and do what you're doing, and I'm going to control this over here and make sure that I'm in place and I'm doing like I'm supposed to do. Because what I can never do is allow your decisions and my reaction or response to your decisions to rule my outcome. Like, I cannot allow my reaction to someone's decisions to rule what I end up doing in the long run. And
that's so I always tell my kids.
Yeah, and so I learned that hands down from my dad, and it had to do with growing up with so many devilish siblings. You know they get on your nerves, and so that was just something Daddy had to really drive home for me because I used to get so worked up, and so it was just a big thing to make sure I understood. You got to know you can't control what other people
Yeah,
do or the decisions other people make, and you can't let their decisions influence you that much. So that's
absolutely.
what I got from my daddy.
Hmm.
What's next? Daddy traditions.
Yeah. Um, my tradition that I got from my dad, and I didn't even realize I had got it from my dad, but was every Christmas, on every Christmas, everybody gets new pajamas. So it has been a thing since my kids were itty bitty bitty. And I remember my dad calling me on Christmas and he was like, y'all good? You got everything you need? Does everybody have pajamas? And I was like, no. And I think it was Christmas Eve. And I went out on Christmas Eve and got everybody pajamas. And I wrapped it up. And that is the only thing that they were allowed to open like on Christmas Eve. It was like, okay, guys, you get a pre-gift. And I still do it, acting like they don't know what it is. I'd be like, here, open up your gift. It's a surprise
And
every year. And they know it's pajamas, but they act so surprised every year. It's definitely a tradition. And we will give it from my dad.
listen, she is not lying. I got to spend Christmas with the Blaines this year. And my husband and I both had to make sure we had matching pajamas so
Yes.
that we didn't throw these gatherings off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we put thought into our Christmas outfit too.
Yes.
So let's see. We got in the chat here, and to those who are viewing, feel free to go ahead and share your correlation to the comments we're making, so we can share. Put them out there.
Yeah.
And Beyonce's internet for you too. Watching my
Mhm.
dad with mom and us cheering allowed me to see the man I needed to have in life. He was the epitome of a great father, and today I have a husband who is like really the best.
Nice.
I like how she said who's like really the
Who's
best.
like really the best?
You
Like
know,
really.
I'm gonna put this out there. That's actually my cousin, and her dad and my dad are brothers. And I have
Hmm.
to definitely give credit to my uncles. They hands down show us exactly what it is that you're looking for, so that way you don't take less than you deserve. And with
Hmm.
that being said, I have another video. It's like these are just magically falling into place.
They fall right in place. Yeah.
They're falling right in place. Here we
Hmm.
Providing, showing them what a father should or a big brother should look like or a husband should look like. Teaching my daughter what a boyfriend, should do, or teaching my son how to treat a young lady. Just being a father, it takes, a lot more than just having, millions. You gotta have knowledge. You need to be able to answer questions. You need to be able to provide for them as a father more than just, roof over the head, clothes on the back. You got to be able to make ways like better than you.
Love it, love it, love it. That's right. Let me give him applause for that. Because that's so true. You got to be able to do better for them
Hmm.
than what you've had done for you. And it's not saying, because we cleared this up a while ago, but we're going to go on and put it out there again. It's not saying that your parents did not do what they could. They did the best they could, what they had to work
Yes.
with, y'all. So chill.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so me, daddy traditions. I don't know if this is daddy's thing. Mama gonna have to fix it, but mine is also holiday related. Um, growing up, every single Christmas, my parents, we didn't do Santa in my house. So if your child is sitting nearby and they still believe in the big red guy, I'm sorry in advance, but we just didn't in my house. That wasn't a thing. Okay, so
Hmm.
with that, my parents, for some unknown reason, and it's not really unknown, I'm sure it's because they thought we would open stuff, but they would put the Christmas gifts out right in the middle, like the night before Christmas, literally the night before Christmas. And then
Hmm.
on Christmas morning, we all used to sit together in your various attire. And my parents would pass out gifts. And if you know my family, it was not, we weren't short on people. So so you had to sit and wait your turn. Like, okay, who is this one for? Okay, this one is for her. All right, pass that over there. Pass it. Go in and open it. Pass it over there. Go on it. Can I get a
And
box?
so you had to wait.
Could I just get a box? You know?
Mhm.
But as we got older, it started to change a little bit. But as a kid, I just remember them. They used to always pass out the presents. Daddy would sit on the couch. Mama would sit on the couch. They would act like they were surprised at each other's gifts. And I promise you, I believe they had to have known at least an
Mm.
idea, because every year Daddy got a suit, and almost every year Mama got a church suit. So it's like, eh, you know, it's only so shocked you can be at this point. But that's just how they were. Everybody used to sit
Mhm.
around and they would pass it. They would pass the gifts out. I'm covering something here. Oh, the best thing I learned. Go ahead and read that one.
The best thing I learned from my dad is that there are multiple sides to the same story. Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Yep. Your side, their side, and then the truth.
And the truth.
Yep. The truth. And yes,
Hmm.
it is. Oh, I put it up and took it down. Oh, so important. That is so important to instill that within our young men.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, we got another funny moment here. I'm gonna let you take it.
Okay. Another funny moment. Our families were at the classic games, FAM versus BCC. Who's BCC? I don't know.
Bethune
Bethune.
Cookman College, yeah,
Hmm.
Bethune Cookman University.
My sister was standing up because she couldn't see. Some dude told my sister to sit down, and my daddy got real heated. Then the man said something to my daddy, and my uncle Alvin got up like, "Homie, you don't want none." Thank God for Uncle Thomas being there to diffuse the situation, because it was about to be a whole brawl.
All right, I told y'all my dad is a man of few words, but you don't. He ain't no killer, but don't push him. All right, and
Homie, you don't want none.
you don't want to know.
You don't want
Listen,
none.
that is
You
that is
don't want none.
literally one of my mottos in life, friend. I ain't no killer, but
Mhm.
don't push me. All
Mhm.
right, it take a lot to get me there, but when I'm there, I wish you the best.
Yes. Don't.
Once I'm there, I wish you the best.
Listen, I
Like,
know killer, but don't push me.
right? I'm not gonna finish that line because we got plenty of viewers out there who, yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so admiration. What do you admire the most about your daddy, friend?
My dad is a people person. Like, there's so many people who look up to him, and like, if I go anywhere and it's their first time meeting me, first of all, he has talked about me so much. And then it's like, oh my God, your dad is so great, And I really admire that about him, like that people really reverence him so much as like a father figure and look up to him. And I think that's really cool.
I think that's beautiful, friend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and show the last video clip, and then I'm gonna share what I admire most about my dad. We're gonna start to put a bow on this, and I'm gonna tell the people what to expect after this episode, because you want to be here.
Nope.
Video. This is your favorite child. Yeah, your favorite. And I want you to know that the last 9 years without you has been very eventful, and that I don't appreciate it. But I am glad that you received your rest with the Lord. I'm glad about it. I thank you for every ounce of love, every ounce of lesson. I thank you for it. For every time you corrected me, every time you led and guided me until this day. And I want you to know that everything that you've done is paid off. I am happy. I am whole. I am holy. And it's because of what you put into me. Thank you, Daddy. Rest well.
That was beautiful.
That was absolutely beautiful. Because
Like your daddy is smiling.
absolutely. What we have to remember is that even in the wake of Father's Day, all of us celebrating and loving on our fathers who are still here with us, some of us no longer have them. So we gave the opportunity for someone to share if they could give their dad a message, what would it be? And that was the
Mhm.
message she would give her dad. Okay,
Nice.
so I'm going to give another clap to that one because it got me like right here. I need to regroup.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed at it when I set it up. I was like, did she really just say that? I
I
laughed.
don't appreciate it.
But listen,
Mhm.
them words hit a little different just now. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
I don't have no feelings. Let me shake that off. Anyway,
Whatever.
so
Can we please talk about this little comment right here with dad tradition?
Oh, we do have some. Y'all were lighting this chat up, boy. What does it
We
say?
have some dad tradition. So this is my daughter, and this is definitely getting dropped off at school in the morning, saying the Lord's Prayer, grabbing our book bags, popping up our bag out of the car like an assembly line. So it was definitely a thing. So as he got close to where it was time for them to get out, they would bow their heads, our Father, who are in heaven, say the Lord's Prayer, and at the end, after he said Amen, he would say seatbelt book bags. And they would get out of the car like an assembly line, seatbelt book bags, and get out.
It's so funny, friend. We've been friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like I'm up here thinking, like, bruh, I can remember this.
Yes, you
Being in the
can.
car, riding to drop them off, and I'm like, oh, wow, I've been
Yep.
around for a while.
Yes, you have. Yes,
All
you
right,
have.
so my husband out there talking about something. It's not the first time he heard not to test daddy.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see. Man, my dad. Oh, she said her dad's just a man. That's what I admire about him. So I'm gonna share
Okay.
what my dad admires, and we're gonna go through the rest of the chat because, good gosh, y'all lit us up. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What I admire the most about my dad has got to be his perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is not a giver upper. All right. So, and it's, I can attribute the fact that I will try, and I'm not saying food items because that's not the truth. I will not try any food items, but I will give anything a sincere try.
Yeah.
Anything that I venture out to do, I will give it a solid go ahead. All right, that's the best way I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it a sincere attempt. Anything that I like want to make, anything I want to build. Like, listen, your girl can crochet, I can design, I do custom shirts, I do hair, I do makeup. I'm willing to try anything. Okay,
Yeah.
I will try anything, and it's because of my dad and the fact that my dad was a professional student. My dad, when I say does not give up, my dad has now retired and decided he was about to be somebody's baker. Now, I didn't grow up in a house where my daddy was cooking all the time, but I'm gonna tell you, like I said before, he can cook anybody under the benches,
Yeah.
and I had to say it like
Mm-hmm.
that, benches under the benches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She said legal. Listen, mom, that's not what that wasn't my testimony. I said I'll try anything. I'm just kidding. Oh man, let me quit. Let me quit.
Oh,
Let's see. Ori
God.
says, I admire his ability not to give a care. Nothing was going to disturb his peace, even though he was known as a hellraiser. Listen, girl,
Uh-huh.
can't nobody shake my daddy.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if the beast comes out, he let it out. He didn't get
Yeah.
out. Okay. And it's the same for me. I can control my emotions enough to where I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I my friend can vouch for that. I'll shut it off real quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a talent we both share. It's like, okay.
Like whatever.
Uh-huh.
Or
Yeah.
oh that's my
Moving
cue to
along.
leave. Yep. That's my cue to leave. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
drove. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I drove. Let me see here. She said she wants to give big ups to her father-in-law in heaven. Yes, rest in peace. We do want to send love. Her father-in-law was a dope dude too.
Mm-hmm.
He was a dope dude too.
Have we shared all
Um,
our tips?
I believe we did. Let me
Awesome.
look. Let me look. Let me look. Yup. So we can go ahead and wrap up. So if you could tell your dad anything, friend, what would you tell him?
Why you gonna make me go first? Because I was over here thinking like real hard, and
All right.
my
You want
thought
me to
didn't come
go?
all the way together. So
You
you
want me
go
to go?
first.
All
It's
right.
gonna come together.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just go off the cuff because I don't have nothing planned either. Remember, these are candid conversations, y'all. So we
Oh,
don't.
I know. Mm-hmm,
Yeah. All right. So if I could tell my dad anything, what would I tell my daddy? Oh my gosh. I would tell my dad thank you because I feel like my dad made it his business to be in our home. And with us celebrating Black fatherhood and me not knowing any different other than Black fatherhood, you get what I'm saying? Like, I did not become aware that there was another way that people lived in their homes until I had to be in middle school.
mm-hmm.
Like, my father was so present. Like, I've shared before where I've been at school plays, I've been at recitals, I've been at
Yeah.
different events, and I look out there and my dad has a folder and a suit on in the crowd
Yeah.
because
And
he
he made
left
sure he
work.
was there.
He left work and just came. And so my dad, to him, I have to say thank you because against all odds, he was and still is very much so there for me. And it's even more beautiful because thank you, Dad, for being there for my husband too. My husband did lose his father when he was about 5 years old, and so he didn't have that father figure at all. But my
Yeah.
dad treats him no different from my brothers, man. Like, it's times, and I'm gonna just be transparent, I be sick of it. They sit there and be talking and carrying on, and I'm like, come on now, it's time to go. But he will sit there and listen to my husband talk and carry on and go and go and go, and then daddy will just start going and going with him. So I just really thank my dad so much. If I could tell him anything, thank you so much for just being there and
Mm-hmm.
just being present and just being overbearing and being restrictive and all the things that you have been. you know Thank you for just being those things, and that's what I would say if I could tell my dad anything.
Nice. Okay, I think I'm ready. So I guess, and this is gonna be for my biological father and my father-in-law. My biggest message to them is that I love you, and I love you for all the good, all the bad. I know that as a parent myself, that you did the best you could do, and I appreciate that. That's it.
We're gonna give some applause for our daddies one time for the one time. So I'm gonna share this one on the screen, and then we're gonna grab the other one too. So here we go. Let's see. It says, "Happy anniversary to my dad and mom. He has gone on to be with the Lord, but today is his day. Love you, Daddy, and thank you for all you've done and gave to us as a family. You are truly missed." Oh, that is
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Yes, yes. Rest on Daddy. Please keep him in your heart. And I'm sure, just like we shared earlier, she's like, her dad is smiling. I'm sure yours is too. Just
yeah.
that the fact that you shared him with the rest of Beyonce's internet. I'm telling you. Yes. Love it. Let's see. I want to thank my dad for being a real daddy, always present in my life. I'm gonna stop now because
Okay, you feel your eyes watering up. Ain't nobody got time.
listen, you saw how slow I was talking. I was like, and I had my hands like this over here, like, keep it together, Joker. Keep it together.
Yeah.
All right, so that is us sharing our message. So we want you all to stay tuned after tonight's episode because we have a live stream. Last week we talked about Juneteenth, right? And
Mhm.
we said we wanted you all to tag the Melanin Mindset in all of your Juneteenth activities. Well, after this, we have a Juneteenth recap video that is going to stream live. So you stay in your seat after the Melanin Mindset tonight and catch our production of our Juneteenth recap, where we connected with the community and spoke with them about what the heck does Juneteenth even mean to you. So we'll be
Mhm.
sharing that with you all after tonight's episode. Probably about 2 minutes after, you will receive a notification via YouTube. So if you are viewing on Facebook, run over to YouTube. Hurry up, get over there, because
Mhm.
that is where this video is going to go live. Everything we stream don't stream on the Book of Faces, y'all. All right, so that was our message to our dad. So, oh, what is this? Go ahead. What is that one?
I like this message. I want to say thank you for teaching me that I don't need to make someone the devil in order to tell my truth.
Yes, love
That
it.
was a
That's
good one.
beautiful. Can I give an applause to that one?
Yes, that was a good lesson.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So y'all make sure you swing over to the melaninmindset.org and get your coffee mugs, your cute shirt, as well as your MF or T, because we have them available for you all and we cannot wait to get them out to the rest of you. And as you receive your MF or T-shirts, can y'all do us a favor and hashtag MFers at Melanin Mindset so that we can
Mhm.
see you rocking your MFer swag, okay? Let's see here. Oh, my word for the week. Tip of the week. It is a quote by Clarence B. Keelan, and it says, "My dad didn't tell me how to live. He just lived and let me watch him do it." So
Amen.
this week, y'all, make sure you protect your peace and share this with someone you care about. We do appreciate your support. We love all of y'all. And shout outs to all the daddies, y'all. You gonna give a shout out to the daddies, or we just gonna run this outro?
Oh, shout out to Jay. That was a
I'm
shout
so
out.
done. Y'all stick with us. Stick with us over
Yeah.
on you. Stick with us over on YouTube after this. We are going to be launching a video clip recapping Juneteenth. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. We love you. Good night.
Good night.